Hello guys, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So I got a video for you guys today talking about the GTA 6 delay and what I ultimately think about this. And I'm sorry for the late video today. I just had a kind of a rough night last night. Last night I was streaming Yakuza 0 going for 100% completion and got off at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, was raging at some of the mini games. And then this morning at 9 a.m., my apartment complex was doing a fire alarm test, which actually woke me up. And here it is. I really wish they hadn't done that fire alarm test at 9 a.m. They did send an email out a few days ago. I forgot about it, but it was yeah, that was why at 9 o'clock in the morning to do a fire alarm test of all times. Couldn't they have done it in the afternoon? But anyways, yeah, that's why I'm just a little exhausted here explaining for people wondering why I'm a little tired in the video. But anyways, talking about the GTA 6 delay. So Rockstar has delayed GTA 6. It is confirmed. This is basically the Newswire page. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now coming May 26, 2026. Hi, everyone. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release on May 26, 2026. We are very sorry this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every aspect we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. Okay, now to talk about this here. I made a video about 11 months ago, and in that video I made 11 months ago, already a few comments have already popped up on that video recently, people telling me that I was wrong, and in that video I basically said that I did not think that GTA 6 would get delayed, and the reason I didn't think that it would get delayed is because of Take-Two's stock price. I thought that, because Take-Two Interactive is really obsessed with their stock prices, and I did not think that they would basically push it back another year. I thought that they would basically force pretty much a holiday release this year, but I was wrong on that. I do admit that I was wrong on that. However, though, Take-Two stock has dropped, just like I said. I said that there would be a delay, that Take-Two stock would drop, and it dropped a good chunk. I think it dropped like around $30 earlier in the day. It's gone back up a little bit more now. It's starting to kind of even out, but it did have a significant drop, and that significant drop was primarily because of the GTA 6 delay. Because GTA 6 is their biggest game, and this is not just their biggest game right now. It's their biggest game of all time. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the Take-Two Interactive's largest video game of all time. They are Rockstar Games' publisher. Now, to talk about this delay and what I think about it, here's what I will say, guys. For the people, for the clickbaiters especially, I'm not directing this mostly towards the fans who were saying that the game would get delayed. I'm directing this mostly towards the clickbaiters. So there's clickbaiters who are making multiple videos and they are basically saying, oh, GTA 6 is going to get delayed. And the thing about this is they had no proof for this whatsoever. There was no proof. The only thing that you could say maybe is a little bit of proof is they were saying there was no kind of trailer for a year and a half, because the last trailer we got was December 2023. So for a year and a half, we had gotten no kind of trailer. That's literally the only kind of proof that we had, and I don't even know if that would be considered real proof that GTA 6 is getting delayed. The point that I'm getting at is that these clickbaiters did not really predict anything with GTA 6 getting delayed. When people would come to my streams and they would ask me a lot of times, do I think that GTA 6 is getting delayed? I said that believe GTA 6 is getting delayed when Rockstar tells you to, not because some YouTuber tells you that GTA 6 is getting delayed. Believe that GTA 6 is getting delayed right when Rockstar tells you. When Rockstar tells you that GTA 6 is getting delayed and they leave a comment, at that point, believe it. Believe it when Rockstar says it. But there's people that are making multiple videos about this, multiple videos. I can understand maybe making like one video about this, but if you're making like multiple videos constantly talking about the GTA 6 delay, and this is before this, we're talking like, weeks before this, people are making, multiple videos constantly about the GTA 6 delay. It's like one video is enough. When they're making multiple videos about this, they're basically trying to just milk this for views. That's the whole reason, is that they have no other content that they can produce, and they're just constantly milking this for ad revenue. That's basically what it is. And that's the thing, is I will not really do content on stuff like GTA 6 unless I have information. When I have information directly from Rockstar, I will do content like that. I'm not not the speculation type. I don't do stuff like that. I don't really cover GTA 6 unless we directly have some evidence from Rockstar. So in my personal opinion, I don't think that the clickbaiters have really predicted anything. I think that this was just something that possibly could have happened. You have to look at a track record. The GTA games have been delayed so much. GTA 4 got delayed. GTA 5 got delayed. You have to remember Red Dead Redemption 1 got delayed. I'm pretty sure Red Dead Redemption 2 got delayed. So literally, so many of Rockstar games have gotten delayed. And the thing about Rockstar is, say what you want about Rockstar, is they're pretty greedy when it comes to things like GTA Online. I would definitely agree with that. But Rockstar are perfectionists. They want their game to be as flawless as possible at launch. At least their single player. Their online is a different story. But their single player, they have basically always wanted their games to just launch with just be as perfect as possible with minimal glitches. And I will say about this is, I am a bit pissed about this delay, but I'm not pissed for the reason that people might think that I'm pissed. I'm not pissed necessarily that the game has been delayed for a whole year. What I'm more pissed about is, I'm pissed about for two things. The first thing that I'm pissed about is, I'm pissed that we have not received any kind of trailer or screenshots or anything basically like that from Rockstar for a year and a half. We're not just talking about today. We're talking about basically for a year and a half. So we had that trailer for GTA 6. And December 2023, nothing whatsoever. And I will tell you is that the messaging that Rockstar uses is really, really bad. It's really, really bad. Because what Rockstar could have done here in this regard is, they didn't have to announce the delay today. They could have announced it in like a week or two. And in that time, what they could have done is, they could have created like a trailer. They could have created like a trailer and said, sorry for the delay, but here's the trailer. Here's trailer 2. Here's some gameplay. Here's some screenshots that we can show you, just to get the fans excited. But what they basically post is, they post on the newswire just like a single message right there, just saying, sorry, we appreciate your support, but the game is being delayed until May 26th. Again, I'm not, if the game has to be delayed to be fixed and to be good, I have no problem with that. But if they're gonna delay the game for a year like that, then they gotta have, the messaging is important. Messaging is very important, how you talk to your community. And unfortunately, Rockstar games, in my experience from so many games that I've played and so many developers that I've seen, is Rockstar Games is probably the worst developer that I've ever seen when it comes to talking with their community. They are the worst of the worst. They make amazing games, but when it comes to community relations with their gamers, their fans, they're the absolute worst. Because Rockstar, the reason that they're the absolute worst, they never communicate. There's no talk whatsoever with the fans. They very rarely, give interviews, and when they do give interviews, it's mostly like softball questions. And personally, I think that the questions have been pre-screened before by Rockstar. Sorry about that. Had my alarm earlier. Was supposed to actually wake up around this time before that fire alarm woke me up. But basically, yeah. So Rockstar, what I'm basically getting at right here is that Rockstar, they don't talk to their community at all. They don't, communicate with their community. And if the game has to be delayed, then so be it. Okay. It's gonna make the game better. They're gonna fix whatever glitches so that we don't have a disaster at launch. But, this game better be flawless at launch if it's, taking this long. And they should have, like I said, the messaging would have been so much better. Like, the backlash would not have been this bad if they would have just released a trailer. Said, sorry for the delay, but here's a trailer. Here's, to make up for it, here's a trailer. You can see what we're working on right here in the game. Here's some screenshots, something like that. Just the messaging. That's all. And that would have just improved this so much more. The second thing that I'm pissed about, the other thing that I'm pissed about, is that the abandonment of Red Dead Online. And I know, some people are probably thinking, like, what does this have to do with GTA 6 whatsoever? Well, it actually has a bunch to do with GTA 6. The reason I'm bringing it up and the reason that I'm pissed about this stuff is because Red Dead Online was actually abandoned in July of 2021. It was abandoned with the Blood Money DLC. And that was the final DLC for Red Dead Online. And when that DLC, when Red Dead Online was abandoned, this was abandoned, nearly 4 years ago. And when GTA 6 comes out, it'll be about close to 5 years since it was abandoned. Now, when Red Dead Online got abandoned, and a lot of people in the Red Dead Online community were complaining, and they were getting really angry, and they were, saying this is not fair to us. There are so many Rockstar Games fanboys. And there's a difference between a fan and a fanboy. When I've tried to explain it to people, but for some reason, a lot of people don't seem to understand it when I explain this. Like they're in denial about stuff like this. But basically, a fanboy is somebody who will defend a developer no matter what. So no matter what Rockstar does, GTA Plus, shark cards, there's glitches, oppressor Mark IIs, orbital cannons, whatever you can think of. The dumbest things that Rockstar games can possibly do, fanboys will always defend them no matter what. They will defend it. They will do the dumbest thing ever, and fanboys will defend them no matter what. Like, their loyalty is so much to a developer that it doesn't matter what the developer does. If it's something so stupid, so scummy, they will still defend it. A fan is somebody who likes the game, likes the series, might like the developer too, but will also criticize the game and criticize the developer when they do something bad or they think that they hurts the the game itself. So that's the difference. Fanboy is somebody who's completely loyal to Rockstar and will not take any kind of criticism. A fan is somebody who likes the game, likes their content, but will also criticize them. That's the difference. So when I say these Rockstar fanboys talk about the people who are just completely loyal to Rockstar, they will defend them no matter what. So the point that I'm getting at with the Reddit Online stuff here is that close to 4 years ago, Reddit Online got abandoned, and so many of us in the Reddit community were complaining about this, and we were saying that this is ridiculous, they've abandoned this game, why can they not work on this? And I've seen so many comments. 4 years ago, I saw so many comments. There were comments in my videos all the time of people saying to me, professional, Rockstar needs to do this. They need to abandon Red Dead Online in order to work on GTA 6. If they abandon Red Dead Online right now, we'll have GTA 6 sooner. GTA 6 will come out soon. And I will say to those people who were telling me constantly, 4 years ago, oh, when Rockstar abandons Red Dead Online, GTA 6 will be, right around the corner and GTA 6 will come out soon. GTA 6 is going to come out 5 years after close to the abandonment of Red Dead Online at that point. So when people were telling me, 4 years ago that it's going to be that it's going to speed up GTA 6's time, that GTA 6 is going to be released quicker because of Red Dead Online's abandonment, it was just nonsense. It was just stupidity. It was just people just fanboying badly for Rockstar. And the thing is GTA Online is dying. I'm going to say this right now. It is dying. The updates on GTA Online has just gotten worser and worser and worser. Like, have you noticed the updates? They're just not good anymore. The last December update, it was we had the new business, the garment factory, but we finished it. And the garment factory finished it, and what basically happened after that is nobody does it anymore. I barely see anybody doing those missions. It was the same thing with the bail enforcement DLC. Nobody does the bail enforcement missions anymore. The people just got bored of them. San Andreas Mercenaries. That update was so boring too. One of the few things that was good in the update was that we could sell ground from the hangar now. So that was a plus. That was a good thing too. But basically, the point I'm getting at is that these DLCs are dying. Maybe the last good DLC was Drug Wars, but Drug Wars was kind of a little weird at times. But Contract, I think we can all agree Contract was an amazing DLC. And that was December 2021. So, now here we are, 3.5 years later, and, the updates have just gotten worse and worse and worse. And you can look at a lot of GTA channels out there. A lot of GTA channels, they're just getting a lot less views and a lot less. And I have people a lot of times coming to my channel and telling me, how can I start a GTA channel? And I tell them that it's a lot harder to do a GTA channel now than it would have been years ago. Years ago, it would have been a lot easier to, start up and grow on because, there was a lot more people interested in the game. And the thing about this is, what people don't understand is that the amount of people playing the game does not always equal the amount of people that are interested in the game. Because a new update might come out, and then you'll see a big spike in people playing the game. So, you look at the charts of GTA Online, when a new update comes out, obviously you're going to have a huge spike in players. But what's going to happen is people are going to see the update, they're like, it's boring, it's not as good as I thought it would be. And then, after a day or two, they just stop playing it. There are people that are subscribed to me who have not, who originally subscribed to me for GTA Online, who have not played GTA Online in years. I've seen a lot of comments of people tell me they haven't played GTA Online in years. They still watch my content on my channel, but they have not played GTA Online in years. And in this time is that Rockstar could have devoted that time and energy into developing Red Dead Online updates, and that could have been another game that people could have played, another game that people could have had fun with, but they abandoned it, and they abandoned it because they didn't want to put in the effort. They wanted to make these lazy GTA Online updates. These last GTA Online updates have been small, they've been boring, they haven't been good, and so Rockstar wants minimal effort, but they want as much money as possible. And for Red Dead Online, there was plenty of content to be added to the game. They could have added properties, houses, houses. They could have added apartments to Saint Denis. They could have added a ton of new guns. They could have added train robberies, stagecoach robberies, bank robberies. You have an outlined outlaw game, and you can't even rob banks in free mode. You can't even rob stagecoaches in free mode. I guess you could kill the NPC and loot their bodies, but it'd be a lot cooler if there was like actual loot in the back, like money. There's specific stagecoaches that you could go after, stuff like that. So the point that I'm getting at here is that Rockstar could have developed Red Dead Online. They could have put work into that game. And Red Dead Online, think about it. Red Dead Online was abandoned in July of 2021. If it wasn't abandoned in July 2021, typically we get a DLC in the summer and the winter. December 2021, summer 2022, December 2023, December 2022, summer 2023, December 2023. So literally is you just think about this. Think about the amount of updates that we could have gotten on Red Dead Online in that time. We could have gotten a lot of content on that game, and that game could have been something that people could have been playing in the meantime while they were waiting for GTA Online. But Rockstar just abandoned it because they didn't think that they were making as much money as GTA Online. And for people telling me that Rockstar needed those workers to work on GTA 6, that is nonsense. I will tell you that right now. That is just pure nonsense. Is that Rockstar is a multi-billion-dollar studio. This is a multi-billion-dollar studio. They could have easily hired some people to develop Red Dead Online. If they didn't have the manpower, they could have easily hired more people to work on Red Dead Online and make updates for that game at the same time too. But they didn't. And I'm not blaming the regular, employees and game designers at Rockstar. I'm blaming the bosses at Rockstar and the bosses at Take-Two, for stuff like this. This is a developer that has billions of dollars, but they still use peer-to-peer hosting. How is it that a billion-dollar company can still use peer-to-peer hosting? People can DDoS people on GTA Online. The servers are absolutely terrible. It's so literally is. This is a multi-billion dollar company that has also been shown to be extremely cheap and greedy. But that's pretty much it for my rant there. I will say this here at the end that this, for me personally, is I'm not that concerned for this. I know some people might be saying, are you concerned? You're a GTA YouTuber. I'm not too concerned about this. And the reason I'm not too concerned about this is because I play a lot of different games on the channel. I play a lot. So I do so many different, types of games. I used to be only a GTA Online channel, but I figured that I would expand my audience, try playing other games. Even if I get less views, I will expand my audience and play other games just so I'm not dependent on GTA Online. If I'm just dependent on this one game, if that game, fails, if that game goes bad, my channel would, suffer the consequences too. But I figured that, I play other games, and that's why I play other games even if I, sometimes get less views on them, because I enjoy the games and I want to expand my channel. So personally speaking, is I have a lot of support from a lot of other content. I have still a lot of fans for my Red Dead content, and I have fans for my playthroughs and my walkthroughs, and also for my GTA lore videos, which people really like too. So, I'm not really concerned with a GTA 6 delay. There's still plenty of content for me to cover. There's plenty of games for me to cover. Mind's Eye coming out this year. Mafia: The Old Country. A lot of open world crime games that I can still cover. So honestly speaking, I'm not that concerned with I'm not that concerned with my channel, because I can't cover GTA 6. And honestly speaking, this actually works for me a little bit more because I really wanted to do a Liberty City Stories playthrough on the 20th anniversary, which would be this October, I believe. And I was concerned that GTA 6 would come out around that time, but I guess it's not going to now. So we can do the Liberty City Stories playthrough this October, and that'll be a fun 20th anniversary. I'll do something special for that. I really will do something special for that. Make it a lot more unique than when I played it like 4 years ago. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I will also say, lastly here, my last point, that I understand the delay. There's probably some kind of issue. The developer, you have to understand, the developer also wants to release this game too. But there probably is some kind of issue, whatever it is. You do not want this game to be released in a broken state. You don't want that to happen. Trust me. And remember, if you want this game to be rushed out, remember this also. Remember Cyberpunk. The people were rushing the developers of Cyberpunk, constantly telling them, release Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk kept getting delayed, and eventually they listened to the fans, and then the publisher forced them to release. It was CD Projekt Red, right? It was them. They forced them to release the game, and the game was not, completely finished. It was full of bugs, it was full of glitches, and it was a disaster. And those same fans that were constantly, pushing the developer, release the game, release the game, release the game, well, guess what happened? Cyberpunk was full of glitches, and I'm telling you, you do not want that experience in GTA 6. GTA 6, we've been waiting for, how many years now? Over a decade. So when this game comes out, we want this game to be flawless. So I know it's annoying. I'm pissed. I'm pissed about Rockstar not, giving us a trailer, not giving us some kind of screenshots. I'm pissed about, the abandonment of Red Dead Online because they could have added so much more content, to the game in that time. They decided to instead do, small, cheap GTA Online updates, and they haven't released anything in some time. But, it is what it is, and I guess we'll see it. And again, last I'm gonna say is that I don't think the clickbaiters predicted anything. And the reason I don't think they predicted anything is because delays happen. This is a common thing. So, this is just something that's common. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for the long video. I know it's going like 20 minutes here, but I wanted to cover a bunch of topics. But if you guys enjoyed the video, do drop a like. And also for people wondering, today instead of streaming Red Dead Online, because I normally stream Red Dead Online on Fridays, I'll stream GTA Online. And during that, we will actually discuss this delay. So if you want to come to my stream and you want to ask me any kind of questions, you can. I answer every question, so I'll try to answer as many comments as I can. You don't have to donate to me or anything like that for me to read your comment. I'll read as many comments as I can. And Red Dead Online, we will do on Sunday. For people wondering when Red Dead Online will do. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, do drop a like. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.